Hi guys, so today we are going to be contouring. I had quite a few requests for this video actually, so I thought that, it'd be really helpful and a lot of fun to film this. I just think that for anybody that wants to learn to be able to change the shape of their face, whether it is their cheekbones or their forehead, just to add definition or get that glow that you want. If you want to learn any new tips or tricks, then just keep on watching. Okay, so to start off, all I have on my face is foundation. So you want to start with that. For your base, I have eye makeup on and eyebrows, but all I have on my actual face is foundation. The first thing that you want to start out with when you're contouring is a concealer that's at least a shade lighter than your skin tone. That's usually the range that you want to stay in. I'm going to be using all affordable products in this video. I thought that would be really great because I'm making this, for people that are just starting out. I wanted to make this video for people that don't want to break the bank and go out and buy an expensive kit pretty much. So you're able to play around, with nice affordable products. The concealer that I'm using today is the Master Conceal by Maybelline. This is a full coverage concealer that has an amazing consistency. It takes away dark circles like a dream, you guys. I'm going to be applying this with my Real Technique sponge. This is a great little affordable sponge. It's almost a dupe for the Beauty Blender. It's very soft and it gets the job done. I like it. I use it all the time. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of this on the back of my hand. I am going to be concealing and highlighting my under eyes first. So what you're going to want to do is go in an upside down triangle. The only thing I wish about this concealer is that it had a doe foot applicator, but besides that, it's great. Just like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. You want it to go down a little further instead of in just a circle, so it actually conceals the darkness that you have and makes it look seamless and blend out. Another pro tip is that if you just go a little farther down and don't apply it all the way up by your lash line, then that will help from creasing. So you do still want to blend it all the way up, but if you start it at the bottom, kind of where I'm doing, then that will help prevent with creasing, and everybody can use a little bit of that. So next we're going to be highlighting our T-zone, their nose, our chin, and our forehead. So this is generally what it's going to look like. Okay, let's get to blending. Okay, so once your concealer is all blended out, you're going to want to set all of that wet product so that it doesn't slip and slide around and it stays put all day. The powder that I'm going to be using to set this with is translucent. I definitely prefer a translucent powder to set these highlight areas because it's very, more lightweight, so it won't look like cakey. You won't have any of those kind of problems. The powder that I'm going to be using today is so much love for this, you guys. It makes your skin feel so soft and somehow corrects any patchy, cakey, bad skin day horribleness. Sets your makeup all day long. So if you've watched any of my other videos, you already know that I love this powder. It's so soft, it doesn't, move all day long, and it's just a great one. I really love it. I'm going to be also applying this with my sponge. So I'm just going to dip a little bit in here. I kind of just wipe it off like that if it has any excess. Okay, and then you're just going to be applying this powder to all of the places that we applied concealer. I feel like applying the concealer and the powder with this sponge or any, or the Beauty Blender is the absolute best way to apply it. It just looks so flawless. I feel like you can't get that kind of nice blended in look with a sponge, because this way you're really able to get in there. Now that that's done, we're going to move on to the actual contouring. The product that I'm going to be using today is in shade Dulce de Leche. It blends out incredibly easy. I don't get that much use out of the highlighting shade though. This contour shade is worth it, girl. It is worth it. And the brush that I'm going to be using, once again affordable to apply this today, is the Real Techniques contouring brush. One thing about this though is this product has so much fallout, like it's insane, but again worth it. How to find the hollows of your cheekbones, which is where you want to contour, at least your cheekbones. You can suck in and find that line. So that's just a simple, easy way to do it. You want to do very soft feathering motions and, you know, just do it very lightly. Remember that it's easier to build up than it is to take away. So just have patience with all of this, and, you know, practice makes perfect. Just apply a little bit at first and work your way up. You're going to just want to start right about here. And you're going to want to go about halfway down. You don't want to go too far in or too far out. If you have any harsh lines, you can take your sponge, or if you're using a brush, you take whatever, you know, little bit of translucent powder that is left on your brush or sponge, and you can go over this contour. So it, you know, it takes away all of the harsh lines, any mistakes you make. Just remember, powder makes it perfect, girl. Powder makes it perfect. Just like that. Okay, so now moving on to the other side. You just look back and forth and, you know, make sure they're even. Next, we're going to take a little bit of that contouring powder and do our jawline. You don't want to go too far up because nobody likes a 5 o'clock shadow. You're just going to go right on the jawline. And then bring a little bit down your neck too. And then I usually like to do a little bit on my chin, but that's just personal preference, just like all of this. Okay, and then for contouring your forehead, I usually don't do this because I already have a pretty small forehead, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to show you guys how you would achieve that look if you're wanting to conceal your forehead. So, what you're going to want to do is stay on the edges of your forehead, just right around here, just creating that shadowy effect. Just stay almost, you know, on your hairline. And there you go. You have a contoured forehead. For the nose, I like to use a smaller brush when I contour my nose. You have more control when you're using a smaller brush. The brush that I'm using is... This brush works great as a clean blender brush too. I love Wet n Wild's brush line. If you guys want me to do a review on them, just let me know in the comments. Okay, and then also what I like to do when I contour my nose is I use patting motions instead of swiping, because sometimes I have issues with foundation rubbing off my nose, and if you pat that product in, then it will stay put more and it won't rub anything that you have underneath. And then you take a little bit up into the front of your eyebrow and work it down. Do the tip of your nose. Okay, so those look like two lines right now, I know. But Again, I am going to take my sponge and blend this out. And when you're blending, you know, we're putting these products in very strategic places, so you want to remember not to just blend your work away, because that's so frustrating when that happens. You know, just find that happy in between to where, you know, it doesn't look harsh, but it doesn't look too over blended to where you can't even tell it's there. I also like to apply a little bit of contour right underneath my bottom lip. It makes you appear as though you have a fuller bottom lip. I just love the way this looks. I can't do it with my mouth closed for some reason. Does anybody else have that problem? Okay. Moving on to bronzer. This is an extremely creamy formula and feels so nice on the skin. One of my favorite bronzers ever. This bronzer, you guys, is so nice. It smells like vacation. It smells like cocoa butter and pina coladas, and it just smells like vacation. And this, by the way, it does come with a brush that no one's ever going to use. And it comes with a mirror as well. So I'm just going to be dipping into there. And you're going to want to apply this right above your contour and into it. And then you're going to move it up onto the temples and into that forehead contour. I love the way bronzer looks on my temples. It just makes my day. A little bit into the apples of your cheeks so it blends in with your blush. Then you're going to want to take your bronzer, apply it where you put that contour, and then down the neck. Again, feathering motions. It's going to make it so much easier. It's going to make it so much easier to blend it and have that product where you want it.
Again, a little bit on the chin.
And then just go over any places that you need to blend. Make sure it's seamless. I'm going to go apply blush off camera and I'll be right back. Moving on to highlighter, which is my favorite part. Girl, I love to glow. The highlighter that I'm going to be using today is in shade Warm Nude. So many possibilities. Remember to think of every function in your products that you have. This is super glowy without being glittery. If you like a subtle glow, this might not be for you, but girl, I like a glow, so I love this. I just think that this has such cute packaging with the little bow and all of that. One thing that I wanted to touch base on is that this is very multi-use tool kind of product. These can be eyeshadows. There's even blush colors in here. There's highlight colors for darker skin tones, lighter skin tones. And, you know, these are just, they're great. You can achieve any look that you want with this type of product. So I'm just going to be taking a fan brush. You can use, this is kind of just, you know, like one that I've had around forever. I don't even know what it is. Sorry. But you can take any kind of smaller tapered brush, fan brush, anything that you like to apply highlighter. I'm going to be taking this first row right here, and that's what I'm going to be applying my highlight with. Okay, so for your cheekbones, you see how there's like a C shape? That's where you're going to want your highlighter. Don't bring it down too far or up too far into your temples. You're just going to want it in this nice C shape right here, stopping right before your eyebrow about. Oh, I love this shimmer brick. It's so beautiful. I mean, look at that. That's so pretty. For highlighting the nose, I usually start at the tip of my nose and then work my way up. And a lot of the time I just prefer to highlight the tip of my nose. I really just love the way that looks.
Oh, yes. Yes.
We're going to be doing a little bit on the top of the Cupid's bow. When I do that, I usually use my fingers. If you really want to pack highlighter on, girl, use your fingers. Okay, I went a little crazy, so I'm just going to blend that real quick. With the remaining highlight that's on the brush, I usually like to go right above my eyebrow. You're just going to kind of want to go right above where your arch is. You know, just anywhere that the sun would naturally hit your face. That's where you're going to want to highlight. Okay, so now that the moon can see our highlight, I think we're good to go. I'm just going to go throw some lipstick on and I'll be right back. One thing I wanted to touch base on is I applied my blush off camera. I wanted to point out that when you are doing that, to just blend in that blush with your bronzer so it looks nice and seamless. And never ever forget that you can go in with translucent powder and clean anything up that you want. That has saved my butt so many times, you guys. I can't even count. I really hope that this video just inspired somebody, that it was helpful, that you guys enjoyed it, of course. I really do hope that it inspired somebody to play with makeup more, to just try new things. You know, it's makeup. You can wash it off if you want to. Thank you guys so much for showing me the support that you have on my Facebook page too. That's just been awesome. And the subscribers that I have on here, I love you guys so, so much. You know, it's just exciting watching things grow and watching everything happen. And I'm just, you know, I'm loving doing this so much that I can't wait to record the next video and get it out there. My Facebook page is called Beauty by Lily. I'll have that link below with all the other products that I used today. If you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more, don't forget to hit subscribe. Hope everybody has a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye, you guys.